so, and I'm back with another video before we get to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, take it in the search box. Follow my channels, hit the like button because we are on the road to 100K. Make sure you watch the full video. Make sure you comment RIP Dolph in the comment section. Let's get to it.
Young Dolph wasn't just another street rapper who blew up, but stayed the same. He fought his way out of the trenches in Memphis, started giving back to the community. And even though his loyalty to his hometown made him a local hero, it also ended up getting him killed. So today, we're bringing down the wild and tragic story of Young Dolph, a Memphis legend who was taken too soon. Let's get right into it. Dolph was born in Chicago, but his family moved to Memphis when he was just 2 years old. When he was younger, they went back and forth between both cities to visit family. But Dolph always knew Memphis as his home. The crack epidemic of the 80s hit Memphis hard. And unfortunately, Dolph's parents both got addicted. So Dolph went to live with his grandma. He called her the meanest motherfucker in the world, because she was so strict. But she still couldn't keep him away from the streets. Dolph hopped off the porch and started hustling to support himself. He always freestyled as a hobby. But back in the day, he never thought about rap as a career. That all changed after Dolph almost died in a car wreck and a couple of homies convinced him to hop in the booth. Dolph recorded a few tracks and handed out 20,000 CDs in Memphis for free. This was back before everyone started blowing up off of SoundCloud and social media. And Dolph had to get out and really hustle to get his music heard. The hard work paid off though, and not before long, he already had a buzz behind his name in Memphis. Dropping his debut tape, Dolph realized he could just leave the streets behind and focus on rap full time. But Dolph had bigger plans than just popping off on the artist side. And in 2010, he created his Paper Route Empire label. That same year, he hit the mainstream when he dropped Welcome to Dolph World with features from Southern rap legends like 2 Chainz and 8 Ball and MJG. Dolph stayed on the grind, dropping projects and building up the Paper Route label. He was picking up more momentum every time he released a tape. Then in 2013, he blew up even more when he dropped a collab project with Gucci Mane. Dolph was having a lot of success, especially for an independent artist who came up on his own grind without the help of cosigns and major labels. Yo Gotti's one of the biggest rappers in Memphis, and around 2014, he reached out to Dolph and wanted to sign him to a CMG label. According to rumors, Dolph and Gotti already knew each other because Dolph was Gotti's brother's plug. But when Gotti offered him a deal, Dolph turned it down so he could stay independent and create his own lane. He told Sway in the morning that he just wanted to do his own thing and there wasn't any static. But that's not how Gotti took it. At that point, it wasn't a serious issue. But later, the situation heated up, turned into a deadly beef. Dolph kept it pushing and leveled up again. He linked up with OT Genesis and went double platinum off the track Cut It in 2015. Then in 2016, he hit the mainstream again after he dropped his debut album, King of Memphis. The project popped off, hit number 49 on the Billboard 200, but not everyone was cool with Dolph calling himself the King of Memphis. There was obviously some static going on behind the scenes with Gotti, because in February 2016, Dolph called him out on Twitter and said, "Bro went from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to being my biggest hater. #facts." After Dolph turned Gotti down, he ended up signing Black Youngsta instead. And when Dolph started taking shots on social media, Youngsta hopped in and the situation started heating up. He called Dolph a and wrote, "When I see that Dolph, I'm gonna smack the shit out of him on my life." Then, Black Youngsta took it even further by rolling up to Dolph's hood with a bunch of goons. Gotti hadn't said anything about the beat, so Dolph aired him out for letting his artists fight his battles for him. He hopped on IG and called Gotti a hater and even accused him of calling the cops on him. Then, Black Youngsta made the beef official a day later when he dropped the track Shake Some and said, "Young Dolph Thornton wanna play I'm on tour with the K, Mac 11, Smith & Wesson, extended clip, 100 rounds on the Draco. How the you the King of Memphis? You ain't from the city, you from Chicago. Boy, you better lay low. Killers move when I say so. My little niggas rob and steady killing. Raping niggas mamas and shit, little niggas." The situation cooled off while Gotti and Dolph focused on their own careers and labels. Around the same time, Dolph signed his cousin Key Glock to Paper Route Empire. Glock came up in the streets too, but he didn't really know Dolph back in the day. Key Glock started rapping in the 9th grade and formed a rap crew with his homie. He dropped a mixtape, a whole lot of everything, to pick up some buzz. But then, one of his homies in the group was killed, and Glock got locked up for a different shooting. While Glock was in jail, his aunt showed Dolph his music, and Dolph loved it. Glock and Dolph used to see each other at family cookouts, but Dolph didn't even know he was trying to rap. So when Key Glock got out from the shooting charge, Dolph linked up and offered him a deal with Paper Route. Signing Glock was a huge win for Dolph and Paper Route, but at the same time, the beef with Gotti was heating up again, and Dolph was almost killed right after he made the deal with Glock. In February 2017, Dolph sent a savage diss track at Gotti called Play With Your Bitch. He heard Gotti out for capping in his raps and said, "I hear you slick dissing, but that shit lame. All that make believe you rapping about cocaine. Don't play with me, ho Gotti, you a hoe, man. You went from my biggest fan to my biggest hater. Begging me to sign with you, but I had too much paper." Then, he went after Gotti's whole team and said, "They said them niggas on your team are on your draws. They say you make the call you boss, but they can't call you king because that's Dolph." Dolph also claimed that he hooked up with Gotti's baby mama, and in the video for the track, he even stole a girl from a Gotti lookalike. It was a savage move, but it almost got Dolph killed. One day after the video dropped, Dolph's SUV was shot over 100 times while he was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Luckily, Dolph was moving smart and had the whole.
Man, look, I'm gonna say this though. If they really started beefing over because he didn't want to sign, that is the most. I can't even say the most dumbest thing because a lot of people beef over a lot of dumb stuff, but that's dumb, bruh. You should be if you see somebody's talent in somebody that you want to sign them, if they don't want to sign because they want to stay independent, that shows you that should show you like, yeah, all right, I see that you know your worth. That should motivate you like, all right, bruh, like, hey, you don't got to sign to me, but we can work together because you going up, I'm already going up, so we're going to help each other out, or just stay cordial. There's no beef, but you seen his potential, you wanted to sign him. Why beef with him because he didn't want to sign?
Whip bulletproof, but he made it out without getting hit. Like Youngster was arrested for the shooting, but they had to let him go due to lack of evidence. Then, a few months later, the beef got violent again after Dolph confronted Gotti at a hotel in Hollywood and ended up getting shot 3 times. One of Gotti's homies was booked for the shooting, but he was released because nobody would work with the cops. They didn't have enough evidence to take it to trial. After the hotel shooting, the beef went quiet again, and Dolph went back to focusing on paper route. In 2018, he was offered a label deal worth $22 million, but Dolph turned it down again so he could do everything his way. Most rappers only dream about getting a deal like that, but Dolph knew that having control over his career was more important in the long run. And it's not like Dolph needed a major label to help him pop off. In 2019, he dropped a collab tape with Key Glock, hit number 8 on the Billboard 200. Then in 2020, Dolph's album Rich Slave blew up and reached number 4. Dolph really started from the bottom, turned himself into a millionaire, but he never let the success get to his head. A lot of rappers would throw a few bucks at charity to get some clout on social media, but Dolph really cared about his community and was always giving back. He hosted turkey drives every year, donated thousands of dollars to local schools, and even wanted to buy a community center to help keep kids out of the streets. Dolph learned how important helping people was from his grandma, and he started a foundation in her honor called the Ida Mae Family Foundation. Just 2 days before he was tragically murdered, Dolph visited a cancer center in Memphis where one of his relatives had been treated. He wanted everyone there to know how much he appreciated their work, and the center put out a statement that said, "Our associates were deeply touched by sincerity and effort to extend such gratitude." Dolph also talks to them about his plans to hand out turkeys all over Memphis before Thanksgiving, but unfortunately, he never got the chance. On November 17, 2021, Dolph was at his favorite bakery in Memphis, Makita's Homemade Butter Cookies. He had shown love to the spot just 6 days earlier on social media, and nobody ever expected something crazy to go down there. While he was at the shop, 2 shooters rolled up and started letting off shots through the front window. Dolph didn't stand a chance. The shooters opened fire with an AK-47 Draco and a pistol, and Dolph ended up getting shot over 20 times and dying on the scene. It was alleged that Dolph was strapped with his own gun and even shot back, but tragically, he didn't make it. His death was a major loss for Memphis and the entire rap game. And at first, the cops had no idea who the killers could be. It took a few months, but they finally caught a break in the case and issued a warrant in January 2022 for a rapper named Straight Drop. Then, 2 dudes named Cornelius Smith and Shondell Barnett were arrested later. There's still a lot of questions about why Dolph was killed, but in November 2022, the cops booked a dude named Hernandez Govan and claimed he's the one who ordered the hit. It's not clear why Govan would have wanted Dolph dead, but he does have ties to the rap game. His daughter was a rapper signed with Lil Uzi Vert and Lotto Cash Desto, and she was brutally shot to death last year in Houston. Rumors say her death is related to Dolph's, but right now, there's no evidence to back the story up. Dolph's family, friends, and the whole city of Memphis want answers about his death, but it looks like it'll be a while before they get them. The judge presiding over his case told him that the trial won't even start in 2023, so they'll have to wait at least a year before they get closure. Young Dolph is one of the most important rappers to ever come out of Memphis. He ain't just hit the charts and leave the city without looking back. He used his position in the rap game to help everyone around him, and all he wanted to do was give back to his community. Dolph was only 36 when he died, but he already had a massive impact on his city and everyone around him. Fortunately, he was taken before he could accomplish everything he wanted to, but Dolph's legacy will live on with his music and the thousands of people he impacted. Rest in peace to Young Dolph.
Facts though, man, facts. But it be crazy. Like it be seem like a lot of rappers, they take the good that they're doing and let that overshadow. Like, bro, like you still did a lot of bad stuff. You still made a lot of diss tracks. You still said F a lot of people. And then for Dolph, like, bro, you moving around in a car that probably you the only one that got one, and you the only person probably on earth that's riding around in a army colored car. So come on, bro, like. That was crazy though, man. But RIP Dolph. Make sure I go to the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about it. Catch you next video.